Impossible to recover. That's what 6 different professionals said when they saw this car. 15 years abandoned inside a destroyed garage, covered in a thick layer of filth and a smell no one can even imagine. In the next few minutes, you'll witness one of the most radical transformations we've ever done on this channel. The car's value after the restoration will surprise you. If you think you've seen it all in automotive restoration, get ready. This story will change your perspective on what is truly impossible. This is a car that is very famous in Brazil. This car, it's known as a true war tank, a car that can be used both for racing and for work. It's fuel efficient and practically impossible to break. The Fiat Uno is one of the most beloved cars among Brazilians. In the 90s, it was the best-selling car in the country. This car is so loved in Brazil that Ayrton Senna, the greatest Formula One driver from Brazil, gave one of these models as a gift to his girlfriend. Getting this car out of the garage was tough. It has also been a victim of floods multiple times over the years. The wheels are completely locked, so this was a major battle, and this is just the beginning of our fight. Just wait until you see what we had to do to dismantle the interior of this car. The situation is terrible. It really looks like we got ourselves into a huge mess. We were the only ones brave enough to take on this car. Now we just have to find out if it was worth it. Our first major battle is this. We need to remove all the dirt covering the paint. If the paint is preserved, that will be crucial for the progress of this project. If the paint is burned or ruined, it means we got ourselves into a disaster and this car will have no solution. But if the paint is good, it means we hit the jackpot. So what's your guess? Is the paint underneath preserved or completely destroyed? Leave a comment if you think we made the right call or if we walked into a historic mistake. We managed to remove all the dirt and the paint looks really good. However, since it's still wet, we can't be sure about anything. We'll have to wait for it to dry to find out how it really looks. Now we move on to another big challenge. And get ready, because you're about to witness a massive transformation. The garage where this car was stored is known for flooding, so both this car and the others around it have been submerged multiple times over the years. But despite that, the underside of this car is not as bad as we expected. I honestly thought it would be worse. Do you think this car has any salvation? If you think so, leave a like on the video. And on this car, there's no easy task to do. If you like the chassis transformation, you're going to love the engine transformation. We spent over 6 hours working just on this engine. The buyer of the car said he was worried about the engine. Honestly, I don't think he should worry. The car's mechanics seem pretty simple, and I think he'll get it running easily. Do you agree with me, or do you think he has a reason to worry? Do you think the 6 hours we spent on this engine were worth it? Do you think this cleaning added any value to the car? Leave your opinion in the comments. And now things are about to get serious, or actually they already did, because it looks like the abandoned garage had some dogs. These dogs made a huge mess inside the car, so the front seats are beyond saving, and all the metal parts of this car are rusted and completely rotten. The owner asked us to cut out all the rotten metal, remove the seats, clean whatever we could, and throw the rest away. But if you think this is the worst part, just wait until you see what's under the carpet. While we're working on the interior, I'm still worried about the paint. As it started to dry, it looked very dull and even burned. If the paint has no solution, I will consider this project a failure. I really hope we get lucky. Will we be able to make the paint look as good as the wheel wells? You can tell how well preserved this car is just by looking at the condition of the wheel wells. Did you know that the Uno was designed by the same guy who created the DeLorean from Back to the Future? The same guy who designed the Uno also designed the DeLorean and the Golf Mark 1. Did you know these fun facts? Did you like the results on the wheels? Get ready because things are about to get crazy. We're gonna do a complete and deep cleaning on this car. We'll dismantle everything and remove the parts that are damaged. The owner doesn't want to buy anything new right now, so he asked us to restore everything that's possible. Just wait until you see how much we pulled out from under the carpet. You're going to be shocked. Did you approve of this cleaning? Do you think we missed anything? Now we're going to take the challenge to another level and try to perform a miracle. The part that suffered the most in this car was the seat. Unfortunately, the front seats are beyond repair because the dogs and rats destroyed all the foam. Do you think we improved the rear seat, or do you think the owner will still need to buy a new one? Will the paint be saved? This was the part I feared the most because after drying it was clear that it looked burned. However, as we started polishing, it looked like it was improving and I was really happy, but my excitement changed when I discovered something that you'll soon notice. Are you excited to see the final result? Want to find out what happened to the paint? We're almost there. This has been the project we've dedicated ourselves to the most so far. We did everything we could to achieve the best possible result to help the owner increase the car's value. Now enjoy the results of all our hard work. We did everything we could. Do you think we did a great job? And something that made me really happy was how well the paint was preserved under all that dirt. At one point, I thought there was no hope, but when the shine started to appear, I was overjoyed. If you liked the result, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications, because from now on, we're entering a new era of projects with this level of quality and detail. And the next project is going to blow your mind. See you in the next video. One of the most iconic cars in a country, where it remains extremely popular to this day. The first car GM launched in Brazil, and it has been abandoned for years.